So, biggest thing with knee shield that I've found is people keep trying to go straight, right? It's very hard to go straight through a solid object. Ideally, what I want to do is get some weight, keep some resistance on that, get frames in, whatever you want, right? That, right? If I keep going straight, it's very, very hard. So I'm going to show 2 ways to go around the knee shield. One, I'm going to collapse it, okay? I'm going to take this elbow, I'm going to put it into that knee joint, okay? I want to take this, plant it to my belly, and push it down. What I don't want to do is extend this and give the opportunity to like 2-on-1 my arm across the body.
Yeah.
So I keep it here, in tight, so that when I push down, he can't get an underhook, he can't really arm drag across. So generally knee shields, either high knee shield, mid knee shield, okay? I'm here, I'm gonna put that in, I'm gonna collapse it. I put my shoulder to hip to protect that arm, and then I'm gonna transfer this arm around to the back. Okay, so here. And knee shield in, I'm pushing, I want some pressure on it, so that he has to push back. In, drop it, shoulder to hip, around. Okay, I'm not gripping anything, I'm just here. What I want to do is control hips from skirting out that way. Okay, so that elbow's coming in, I'm going to swell back, and work around that hip. Okay, so one more time, here, in. Okay, so if I'm here, really put in a knee shield like here, pop it down, around, sprawl, and walk. Very, very basic. Does it work all the time? No, but we'll work on another variation here. So, on this is. So over here, we have this, knee shields in, frames are in. Dana does a very good job at framing, so I'm here, okay. Put weight into it, then I crunch it down. If I can get knees together, that's ideal.
Okay.
If I can get top knee in front of bottom knee, even better. Okay?
Yeah.
If it's here, she can kind of straighten and come around with another type of guard. If it's in front of her, she's got nothing. Okay? So if I can punch this down and get that knee slightly in front, so now if she goes to straighten that leg, it's very, very hard. And I put my belly on that. From here, yeah, this is planted, sprawl, all my weight is kind of on that hip. I want all of it going straight down. Yeah, try a couple times.
Yeah.
Go. And he has that knee shield. I'm bringing that elbow in, driving it down. I essentially want to place this wherever my shoulder is going to hit. Boom. Okay. When I'm here, I circle around and I don't lose that contact, and I flare my belly and I'm kind of bridging into him. That way, when I go for this, I can sprawl both legs and now try and turn into Mijo.
Okay.
Okay. And then another thing that I'm going to show. Okay. Right here, he has his knee shield. Now, keep this bottom hook, try and kind of keep it in, and keep hooking heel up. Yeah. Boom. Pop this down, around, and now if I go sprawl and he's kind of heavy on that, it's going to be a little bit harder. Okay. I'm going to take this foot, hook, plant, sprawl. Okay. So if he's here, I'm here, and if I keep going and he's kind of hanging on my leg that way, which happens, I'm going to take this one, plant, around. Okay, around, hook that foot, drop it down, and now I'm nice and low, and work my way around. Yeah? Dana. Oh, here. She's got that knee shield, she's got her things, she's got this. Walk it down. Now, my belly doesn't stay high. I don't want any space here. Everything's low. Okay? Move around a little bit there, Dana. I should be stifling that movement. Okay, this should be in, she's pulling this one, pushing that one, making it difficult, drop that down. Everything is low, belly is down, around, okay? Now, as I go up, I go to sprawl, this bottom hook is being like ornery. Okay? I'm gonna be low, I'm gonna plant, go over top, plant that down. Now, like, try and get that leg free. It's very hard. Boom. Walk around. Yeah? Day 3 door. So if I'm here, right, I'm doing a knee shield. For purposes of training, I'm here and here, right? I'm trying to keep all of this tight. If Jerome tries to come up high, right, I have all these frames here. Okay? So if he goes lower, this dissipates this frame. Okay? So I want to be able to disregard this frame and only work at this one. If he's like halfway up and that shoulder's lining up with like belly, cool. I can keep him here, I can manipulate it. If he goes down a bit, there, now I have to extend my arms. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so in turn, when I'm here, I don't want to kind of do this lean over thing. That's where the knee shield and these frames work very, very well.
Right.
I am back. Okay. Now, if I get here and this knee shield just drops, perfect. I'm not even going to do that. It's generally here and it's like being aggravating. Drop it down. My shoulder's at his hip line. I come around. Okay. Now if he tries to regain that knee shield or use frames with his arms, I don't care. Right? It's very hard for him to do it. That's when I can come in, up, trap, and around kind of thing. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for that positioning for this style of pass. I want shoulder, hip, sprawl mine back. If I can't sprawl all the way back because this bottom foot is in, I move slightly so that I'm in line. I really hook with that bottom leg. I move slightly so I'm in line. Makes that foot nice, easy, and accessible.
Right.
Okay. Once I'm here, I have anything I want, right? I'm here. What do you want to do, Joe?
Oh, no.
Right, boom. Okay, cool. Then I go that way. He goes the other way. Cool. I go that way. But once I have that bottom leg trapped, right? So, boom, boom, boom. Here. Drop that down. Around. My upper body is away from these frames. I have collapsed his lower body frames. I go to sprawl, he hooks, right? He keeps that aggravating. Cool. Drive that in, drop that down. Now from here, I get to decide what I do. I'm here, yeah, I can start to manipulate arms. I can do this, push that. I can unicorn, right? I can do a whole bunch of things once I get here. My hips are low. My shoulder's on his, so that it limits his mobility. Then I go around. Okay? Think about where your positioning is.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
2, 2, 1. No, that works. Okay? So just keep this top hook kind of like what you're doing. So boom, around, right? And I come in and I'm trying to sprawl, and I'm trying to go that way. I'm just kind of keeping that. But I've already defeated this bottom hook. So if one direction isn't working, try a different, right? There's a whole bunch of degrees. There's 360 degrees in a circle, right? If 45 isn't working this way, go the other way. Right? So boom, dropped it down here, sprawl, I'm working, and that top hook is kind of aggravating. Cool. Work this way. From there, I would start to squish that way. Or if you're not the heavier person, that's fine. You manipulate them in another way, right? You don't. If you're just doing this, that's like I'm trying to bore you. Actually, show this one. The same concept, just this way. No, knee shield, just this way closer. Okay? Same concept, right? If I'm doing this and he's pushing back with that knee, and I'm doing this and this fight is happening, there's another direction. I'm not gonna just go, well, forward is the only way, right?
Like two goats fighting.
Yeah, I want to take the advantage. Advantages are created generally with angles. Okay? So boom, around here. Now, whatever I want to do, I can control a hand here. If you're wondering what to do with this hand, right? I like to base. Or if this elbow comes away from their ribs, I'm gonna go to wrist and I'm gonna plant it out that way. Now, if he goes to try and get that back to his ribs, it's very hard. If it's close to his ribs and I plant it, he can move it around, he can manipulate his arm. But if ever this elbow comes away, grab, plant it out.
That's yours.
That's mine. Now he can't turn. It sucks for him, okay? And I'm low enough that I'm not thinking about this frame, and I'm here.
Does this hand matter in the sense of like the guys that screw in, they're grabbing your chin or something? And like, does it matter? Like, if I start just. No, I guess it doesn't matter.
I'm too low.
Yeah,
If I start to do this and you start to manipulate your head up and around,
yeah.
or even push it away, right? Just push my head away, right? That. And I do the same.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm too low, it's not effective.
Yeah, it's not have the leverage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay. So the next one that we're gonna play around with is if I'm here and that knee shield, it goes down, but he keeps bringing it back up. He has good frames or whatever. Okay, yeah, all this. I can't quite like posture it down. I'm gonna go palm up. Okay, I push down. His counter action is generally either up. Okay, so he's trying to get just this knee shield, right? To bring that knee shield back. He brings it back. Pop it. Okay.
Oh, so once you start feeling it coming back.
Yeah, I can either go boom and around,
Sure.
or I push it down, and then when I feel it come back, I let it boom up. Okay. Then I plant hip. I bring my elbow on the inside of that leg. Then it's a basic knee slice. I use this in competition quite a bit, where I'm just here.
Competition, people are forcing it crazy.
Huh?
People are sometimes forcing
Yeah,
it.
and they don't want me to pass. They don't want that pass. Okay, cool. Boom. I push it down. What does he do? Up, down. And then I'm here, and I want elbow, ribs, thigh. Okay? So that he can't get that knee shield back in. And if he does, I flare it up, right? And I keep that there. All this is framing that leg away so he can't get in. Pop up and over. Okay, thing there. This one. Okay, so we're here, defeated that, cool, and I've come around, right? If I continue this way, it's gonna work. But if she starts to float that knee back up, I let her up and here, and I bring it up and across. Okay, this is the little movement of my leg. I don't try to like pop up and move around.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep low. So I'm here, I've broken it down, and then she's like, no, right? I let it. I bring my weight up, then I connect hand to hip, elbow in, okay? Keep this knee down, bring that knee across. Yeah? 3. So on this one, like I pressured down, shoulders still at hip. Okay? So that way when he goes to try and get this knee shield, like with framing, he's either like really pushing my face away, and he goes to do that, yeah, brings that back in. I pop up, and that's where this is. Boom, right? And then I have this, and come up and over top, okay? If this foot is still hooking, I don't care, because I'm pretty much past.
Yeah.
Okay, and I can come into things. That's where, in this opportunity, if I can get this, dive for like that darce, right? There's all these opportunities. Or if I'm controlling that bottom arm out, right? Then I can come in to my modified Kessa. There's a whole bunch of opportunities off of this guard pass. But what I need to do is get the basics down. So I'm here, right? Pop that down. And then I give him that opportunity. I give him that thought process of, oh, maybe I can get the knee. And he pushes way up, boom, and I'm there. What I like to do with this is rather than just kind of having that there, I put my elbow into my hip pocket, okay? That way, I have my weight on it. Try and get that knee free, right? Try and get that knee free, right? You can start to manipulate a little bit. If I'm here, go ahead. It's all my weight. Like I'm just pushing weight in. So all it is a simple elbow in, put it into the hip pocket, up and around, through to like a side control, like this, or if this arm is doing something silly like that, pop it through into my toes. Right? So really work at getting that breakdown, keeping everything in, elbows in. 3, 2, 1.